Hi, I'm Ed and this is Minisodes. This box came out in 1993 and made a big impression on me, but I barely did anything with it. So last summer, I thought it would be pretty nifty to produce a hobby log of my progress. I made two videos, one on the terrain and another on painting the orcs. They went down pretty well, I think. Now, I was really busy last year, getting married and working a busy job, so something had to give, so that was the end of the channel. But I'm back, and I have not been idle. From now on, I'm going to film content in a more sustainable way for me, mostly just using my phone. I won't be doing involved or lengthy tutorials, just stuff that I happen to be working on. Right, back to the starter set. As cool as the card buildings were, I think it's fair to say that even on gaming boards of the early 90s they were rarely seen, quickly replaced with the scratch-built terrain of the era. Back then, Games Workshop not only actively encouraged this approach, but even published guides on how to make your own. Next up, we have the Orcs. The box came with 20 of these delightfully monoposed minis. I tried to capture a bit of the menace from Mark Gibbons' art and the colours that John Blanche used on the box art. I was a few orcs down, so I made up their ranks using a few minis that were era appropriate. Now for the Blood Angels. I had loads of fun painting these models, again using the box art as a guide. I painted them all as the Third Company, denoted by the white blood droplet. You'll see why in a minute. Half of the Marines on the box art have the blue helmet, which marks them out as Devastators. Again, I was a few models down, so incorporated a few era-appropriate sculpts. I also really liked this banner, so I had a go at freehanding it on one of the sergeants. And a detail I had to include were the black flames on the yellow missile launchers. With the Emperor's Finest complete, it was time for the Gretchen. All 40 of them. Fortunately, I had help, and bribed with breakfast and coffee, my friend James came along for a big painting session. We used mainly contrast paints and knocked them out in a few sessions. Inspiration for the coloured auto guns came from Gobbo Girl. If you're a fan of all things Greenskin, definitely check out her Instagram. With the terrain spruced up and all the miniatures painted, you'd think I'd had enough, but with the lion's share of 2 armies completed, the temptation to keep going was too much. The first thing I did was to replace the card Dreadnought with an actual one. I also decided that the Orcs and Marines would need leaders, so I painted up this Bad Moon boss, complete with massive banner pole, just so everyone knows he's in charge. Leading the Marines is Erasmus Tycho, captain of the Third Company, and he is about to have a terrible, terrible time on Armageddon. And last week, I painted up this Rhino. No Blood Angels army is complete without some Death Company. This is by no means the end of my journey into 2nd edition. I've been steadily collecting miniatures from this golden era of Games Workshop, and I'm looking forward to sharing them with you in the future, as well as perhaps some proper scratch-built terrain. If you have any comments about what you just saw, or want to share your memories of this box set, please feel free to comment below. Thank you so much for watching, and happy hobbying! Now for some cat time.